Hi guys, welcome back. It's Melissa here. The intention of this video today is just to give a quick recap of Lent for me, how it's been going. This was my fourth Lent, fourth Pascha, and it's been really challenging and eye-opening of how the progression when one becomes Orthodox kind of changes over the years, and how I guess I'm just wanting to kind of share how different it can be from straight away joining and how overwhelming everything is. There's so many services, there's so many people, there's so many things to do. The fasting, the clothes are a big deal to learn how to dress a little bit more Orthodox, a little bit more conservative. Especially me, for y'all that don't know, I have a background in yoga. So all I had was yoga clothes, and all I knew regarding social interactions were kind of with the yoga community. Now, in the last 4 years, I've really had to not just, well, when it first started, it's amazing. The faith is incredible. You have a much better worldview, and everything seems glittery and shimmery, and like you have figured out the truth, and it's amazing, and it is amazing. And then as the years go by, it kind of has felt like settling in, starting to really realize that this church is your family, and the social interactions are something you have the privilege of getting to maintain for the long term, which something in the yoga community, you can kind of always shift around, go to different studios and like this teacher, like that teacher. I guess it's a little bit like Protestantism. If you don't like this pastor, you can go over here and it's no big deal because we all sort of believe the same thing in love, right? Not really so in the Orthodox Church. It's kind of more of staying put and growing where you're planted. A friend of mine told me that. And so that's true. I mean, the Orthodox faith, we really do have a new family, and staying in one spot is really important because you have the same spiritual father who can watch you over the years grow and give you advice as they get to know you. So this is year 4. I would say this Lent was really good and challenging and different. I felt much more grounded this year in a way of like realizing that I can't, it's not possible to do all the things that are on the list, the check marks of the things to do. So I feel like there is a list that you can kind of check off, but the point is to realize that that you're not that great to be able to do it. I certainly have started to get that. Like, I went into this Lent with every intention to do things so well, to fast so well, to go to all these different services, to do all these different prayers, and my heart was in the right place. And I bet you anything there's a lot of other people like that. And then as the days go on, it kind of fades, not fades, but like I realize that different emotions come up, different circumstances arise, different life events happen, and we're not as great as we think. So it was, I really like being about 4 years in. The first 2 years were really overwhelming, the culture shock of it all, learning the different people's styles and personalities, and about the actual different services, and about the faith, the theology of it, what is correct. Now about year 4, I will say like it's much more peaceful just to sink into the faith. And I'm starting to realize like I won't get it all. It's going to take a long time to get all the different pieces of theology, the different traditions, how to manage different family members in the church, how the different hymns work, what are the important services, what are the ones that you maybe could not go, things like that. So I guess I'm just making this video because I think for me, my one goal was to just go to church on Sundays. It was that simple for me. I'd never gone to church. Again, like I was a yogi, I hadn't been a churchgoer my whole life. So this was very new. And it's, I found the biggest temptation, and I see it with other people as well, is that I'm not good enough. There's so many different things to do here. I can never manage to hit all these different check marks. I can never manage to do everything I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going to give up. I'm not good enough. I don't want to do it. There's too much expected and required. So I'm going to fold, or nobody understands me. So I'm going to leave. I'm so different than other people. So at the church, I don't fit in here. That has been for me the biggest temptation. Um, but with that goal firmly planted that I will go to church on Sundays, just having that one tiny thing of like, no matter what, even if I don't do what I said I was going to do, or I didn't meet all the expectations that I thought I was supposed to meet, I will still go to church. I will still talk to my spiritual father. That has saved me and is continuing to save me, like just that basic thing. So, and then of course, with that bare minimum, I call it for my personal training clients. So I'm a personal trainer as well, and there's a lot of similarities between showing up for your personal training sessions, committing to going through an exercise regime with a trainer, and also being an Orthodox Christian with a spiritual father. Um, it's very similar in that I want to achieve this thing. Can you guide me? I'm not that great, right? Like there's just somebody that's farther along on the path. They're not the perfect thing, but they've gone through more steps for longer so they can be a guide. And it's really helpful over time for them to kind of see your progress and have you. The biggest thing is just keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Keep coming to your training sessions. Keep going to church, no matter how you feel. If you don't feel good, go to your training session or go to church. Do you know what I mean? Just like get in the habit of going. And that's been really good for me, I think, because of the background in fitness. It's been really, really good. So I guess I just wanted to share that if you're struggling and you don't think you're good enough or you're different, like just keep showing up. Oh, one of the big mantras, I guess, if you want to call it a mantra, that I had in training was just be a bronze medal winner. And actually, I got this from one of my yoga teachers, Catherine, who was phenomenal. Just to be a bronze medal winner in life, like not trying to get the gold, because the gold you'll burn out and quit the next marathon. You won't be able to get the gold in every single marathon. Same way with the silver. It's way up there. The standards are really high. You're going to burn out and you're not going to make it. But bronze medal, you can keep going. You can keep going to the next marathon and the next marathon. So you're literally the top three. You know what I mean? You're still doing great. You're in the game, but you don't expect yourself to be first or second place. You just expect yourself to show up and participate and to try. And applying that logic to the Orthodox world, especially in year 4, it's just gotten easier and easier. The less pressure you put on yourself, the easier it is to participate. And I've found that spiritual growth comes with that mindset, like just keeping it as like, I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep trying. It's not going to be that great. I'm not going to like fast perfectly. I'm not going to say all my prayers perfectly. I'm not going to behave perfectly, socially, but I'm going to try and I'm going to show up. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Holy Week. I hope you've had a good Lent. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you're going through any of the same circumstances. I think being a convert is really fun. It's the best decision I've ever made in my entire life to become Orthodox. I have been struggling with so many different weird temptations since becoming Orthodox, and I think it's really phenomenal. It's such a huge life change, and it's so fulfilling that I wouldn't have it any other way. So with that said, I will sign off, and I hope you guys have a good one. Bye.